The following is a presentation of TFNN. Now, your Money Masters, Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes.
Welcome, folks. You got half of the Money Masters. Tom will be joining us here, likely during one of the next breaks out there. And right now we've got but thank you so much for joining us. And right now we've got the Dow trading down 29 points, the S&P off 2, Composite down a couple points, Russell off 4. Around the globe here, the DAX just turned slightly negative, off 5 points. The FTSE the FTSE is totally flat. We've got the dollar index, looks like it's just hung on, maybe it's just hung there at 22 cents, up 22 ticks. Gold flat right now. Silver down, looks like 4 pennies out here. Light sweet crude, though, that's the big mover, down about 2.5%, $2.40 out there. We'll certainly take a look at that. Our call number is always 877-927-6648. And let's go take a look at the light sweet crude. We were discussing that during the Trader's Edge show. Was really showing how light sweet crude here was in a first. Number one, we were just taking a look at some of the lagging indicators out there. It's always good to take a look at several different indicators. Always good to understand where they are on your charts. The moving averages I'm referring to as your lagging indicators out there. Light sweet crude gave us a death cross. That's where you had the 50-day cross through the 200. Did that back in the end of May 2012 out there. And what I was mentioning this morning is we're also getting an intermediate term sell signal on light sweet crude. In taking a look at the moving averages, that's where the 20 is going to go ahead and cross through the 50, and it's doing that today, very close in the overnight session. Right now they are both at $93 and a penny. I'm using the exponential moving average out there. What the light sweet crude is doing, it's trading inside the swing point here from September 26. That had 239,000 contracts. We'll see if it's got enough to bust it out today. 91,000 contracts. The low is 88.95. And if we take a look at that, the 1-to-1 A to B equals CD is going to take you all the way back to where light sweet crude broke out. That would be a beautiful thing. Take you back really into the swing point of June 28th. That would be in the $80.84 area. Let's go ahead and put this on a shorter term chart out here. Now that we're seeing this thing pull back, so let's go see what the shorter term price patterns are out here. Okay, so we just put the 30-minute chart out here. We're seeing here where light sweet crude has been selling off. So let's take a look. Let me refresh my screen here. Let's take a look at some of the retracements and expansions of swing points. So if we take a look at light sweet crude, certainly trading into, let's take a look at from a volume standpoint. There we go. So now we're taking a look at the swing point on light sweet crude that comes back to 11 in the morning on September 26. We're looking at a 30-minute bar out here, 38,000 contracts. So right now, as light sweet crude is trading into that area on 30 minutes, and that would be 10:30. So you've got some time here. You've got almost 20 minutes. You're talking about 19,000 contracts, 19,000 in 10 minutes versus, what did I say here? It was 38,000. So it's got some juice. We'll see if it's going to attack this area as it trades into the swing point. What you'd like to see here is you'd like to see it test the low of that price point. That's the 88.95. So from an intraday standpoint, again, with 20 minutes left in the trading session, if volume keeps up, it's got the volume that says it'll at least go attack the 88.95 level. That is on light sweet crude out here. If we take a look at A, B, C, D down patterns, I say right now what's just easier to take a look at is really just the test of the swing point. That's really where it's going to release the information to you. What I can tell you, though, is on the very short-term intraday here, it's achieved a pretty high level of being oversold. Areas where it last bounced from happens to be in that swing point coming back to that 10:30 session on September the 26th out here. So we'll certainly watch this here because this is where the battle is in light sweet crude, and we'll come back to this during the trading session for sure. We take a look at the market out here right now, leading things to the upside. Sarepta Therapeutics up $21. That's up 140% right now. That thing is having a nice pop. You've got Altasource, ASPS. That's up $7. That's up 8%. You've got Aquel Ocwen Financial, OCN is the ticker symbol. They're up 18%, dropping. You've got Google trading off $3. You've got Heartland Payment Systems down $3. That's off 10%. And if let's go take a look at Apple. Let's do the daily Apple update out here. So we take a look at Apple yesterday, testing the hammer candle from September the 12th out there. Testing it on slightly lighter volume. You had 25 million shares on that day. Why is that day important? Because that is where the bulls truly stepped in to support Apple on its last leg up. Its last leg up coming off of the gap down on July 25th. It just simply straightened in almost a straight line on the way up. But the most important candle during that entire trading session right now for you, if you are in Apple or if you're not in Apple, if you're short the market, if you're short the Qs, you certainly want to be paying attention to the September 12th date on Apple. Yesterday, you get a complete test of the low. That was the 656 level, 25 million shares. Yesterday, the test was on 22 million shares. So about, a little more than 10% lighter volume, maybe 12% lighter volume out there. Thus far today, Apple really not doing too much, 3.3 million shares, and just moving a little bit higher, but not doing that much here as we speak. I am a long-term bull, an intermediate-term bull, and right now in the short term, I am bullish, but mostly, folks, with individual stocks out there. No ETFs taking the indices out there. So I mentioned that yesterday because I'm the bull and Tom is the bear, and we have a lot of fun in here, and that bear is going to be in here pretty soon. But maybe I can get him to trim the hair that's in his bearish ears out there. Let's go take a look at the currency market out here. Let's go see what the U.S. dollar index is doing. If you take a look at the U.S. dollar index trading now at 79.97, not really a whole lot of movement out here. The U.S. dollar index making just slightly more than a 0.382 retracement off of the August 28th level. What's important to take a look at on the U.S. dollar index, though, are the longer-term charts, the weekly and monthly out there. Why the weekly? Well, if you take a look at the weekly, you can see the U.S. dollar index had been traveling in this nice rising price channel. So the U.S. dollar index certainly off of the lows, coming back into May 2011 when it traded down at a low of 72.86 out there. Been in this very nice rising price channel. It got up the last time on a weekly basis into the top of this rising price channel, made one of these bearish engulfing candles. Very important to understand bearish and bullish engulfing candles. You just want to understand the signs, folks, that the bulls and bears are giving you. It makes it much easier to trade. You got follow through and confirmation on the following week out there. In fact, if you would like a complete listing of all of the bullish and bearish engulfing candles, the hammer candles, the shooting star candles that are out there, go to the homepage of TFNN.com, download my special report, Candlestick, Silent Signals, The Speed of Trust. The speed of trust is all about you having confidence in the signals that the bulls and bears are giving you out there. Because inside that special report is a link that'll take you to an updated list of those bullish and bearish candles out there. So do yourself a favor. If you've already downloaded the report, just go back to your copy of it and just simply click on that link, and it's an updated link that will refresh yourself with candles. Now, what's important about this chart here is that as we see, the U.S. dollar index has broken that rising price channel out there. And what's that all about? That's certainly all about the queen. But let me just go back and take a look at one more chart out here. This is the long-term monthly chart. You can see this here is the U.S. dollar index. You can see that the U.S. dollar index also breaking out of the longer term. I mean, this goes back, folks, into off of the highs from 2002 out there. February 2002, you had the U.S. dollar index up at the 120.55 level. So you have had a nice break out of this area. If you take a look at this shaded box here, just something to pay attention to, because you do have Uncle Ben out there, as all of the world sovereign governments are out there printing money. Question is, who is going to create the weakest currency? Is it going to be the U.S. dollar? Why this box? Why is this box important? Well, because if patterns repeat themselves, which they do, if you take a look at the last time you had a bearish signal out here, it happened to be back in March of 2009. March of 2009. 2009 down to the lows that were put in here in December 2009. That's what this yellow box here represents. If you take a look at the next time, this is as it's hitting the upper trend line of the downtrend channel. That will take you back into June 2010. Take a look at that retracement level. This box here measures that as well. That's why when I put this up here, where you did have a bearish engulfing candle on the U.S. dollar index, that was the month of August, and you had follow through last month. That says here we've got similar patterns setting up. That would take you to new lower lows inside the U.S. dollar index, but first it's going to have to contend with, as it should, the descending line here in the downtrend channel out there. It looks to me like that is where the king wants to travel to. That's what's going to put the juice in the markets that are going to take the markets up through election days, but not with regard to some bumps in the road out there. When I mean bumps in the road, folks, let me go ahead and pull this up here. You know, Larry Pesavento, he's going to be on today from 12 to 1. And, there's so much. I take the education that I get from all my teachers and try to expound upon them and take advantage of today's technology. And that's really what I'm going to share with you here right now. If you are watching us on Tiger TV, what you're taking a look at right now, and if you're not, you can catch the archive of this show on Channel 10. This happens to be one of the pages out of my daily newsletter. As you can see at the bottom, there's page 59. Each day, my newsletter, folks, packed with not just trading opportunities for you, but it's also full of education and resources. So if you're looking for just something where it's all put together for you and you haven't test drove the newsletter, do yourself a favor and go do this. Well, one of the pages that's inside there is some studies that I did on the Pesavento index date, the planetary index dates here. This is a table here that represents 300 years worth of data. So I went back from 1800 to 2100. So I've got a 300-year stretch of period, taken the ephemeris, went ahead and digitized it all to take a look at planetary alignment dates just to understand how many occurred during that 300-year period. So the original work that was done by Larry, Dr. Ruth Mueller, that's in this table here on the very left-hand side. That's why Larry says if you've got only 3 planetary indexes aligning on itself on one single day, 3 or less, 14 or more, you've got an anomaly out there, and you should expect some type of perhaps short or long-term change in trend out there. Now, if you take a look at 3 times you've had 0 planets align during that 300-year period. Also, one time you've had, we may not have had it, I have to go look and see when that was, where you've had 21 occur on one single day out here. I've taken this data. I've also gone ahead and converted it to, this is ephemeris time. ET stands for ephemeris time. You've got Eastern Standard Time. Then there are new aspects that have been added, new planets, new, not meteors, new planets that have been added that were not a part of the original work. That's why I went back and created some new tables out there. Why is this important? Well, on the next page on my newsletter out here, this page right here, it's actually the preceding page here, each month I show my clients exactly when we're going to have other planetary index dates. Well, there's going to be one this coming Saturday. Is the market going to move up into Jobs Friday, into the weekend, into a 2P index date? We'll find out, folks. 877-927-6648. Dow's up 13 points. S&P up 2. We'll be right back, folks.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Wealth Management. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportions of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what an asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Wealth Management financial advisor can do for you. Call Angela O'Brien, First Vice President and Financial Planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Wealth Management, LLC. Member SIPC.
with the launch of Tiger TV. TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Ken Shreve, David White, Larry Pesavento, Victor Jones, or Daryl Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on Chinese stocks, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
80% of traders fail because they don't know when to get in or out of a market, and all because no one taught them how to read the signs. You see, the stock market has a universal language called Japanese candlesticks, and each day, the buyers and sellers, the bulls and bears, go to work and build signs. This language has been around for thousands of years, and it's easy to learn. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of the Money Masters Show, and I'm a master sign builder. Download my free report, Candlesticks, The Speed of Trust, on the homepage of TFNN.com for one of the best-kept candlestick secrets. I'll also be conducting an online course Friday, October 19th, to teach you the language of the market's sign builders. You'll learn the best entry and exit techniques and strategies that will create extraordinary rewards. The course will be archived so you can review it as many times as you like, because trading or investing without learning this language is like running a red light. It's an accident waiting to happen, and there's no airbags or seatbelts. All the details are on the homepage of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back to the Money Masters Show, folks. Tom, again, he's tied up at the moment, but he will be joining us here shortly. Right now, we've got the Dow up 11 points, S&P up 2, Composite up 10. And, you know, each day on my, if you don't have a chance, if you haven't had a chance to check out the show that I do at 9 o'clock, the Trader's Edge show, I open it up with an inspiring thought, because I think leading an inspired life, folks, is really what it is all about. And this morning, I was talking about beautiful souls out there. And, you know, Tom has really created a organization here just full of beautiful souls. No one more beautiful than the man that we're going to go to, Mr. Bud Rolfs, who is on the line with us. Bud, thanks for calling.
Hey, what a nice thing to say. Thank you very much, Steve. I always used to say, keep the sun in the sky and the sun in your heart at all times.
People love hearing that. People love hearing that. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, and I know you know this about me, but for the folks out there, that I used to work at TFNN, worked there for about 7 years, had my own show like Steve, and I had to leave about a year or so ago and retire because of health reasons. And I have a rare kidney disease, as it turns out, and one of the things, I've been on very heavy medication, but I've been able to improve my health substantially by taking some action on my own. I switched over to an all fruit and vegetable juice diet, and I'm on that now for about, let's see, today is day 83.
Oh, baby, you got to love it. You love
That's
it.
right.
And Bud and I are doing similar things here, and we've talked about it on the show, Tom and I. So I am the number 2 juice man out there, and it's a great program, isn't it?
Oh, fantastic. Gives you new energy. You really got to go online. There's a video that a guy produced. He started this whole thing, as far as I'm concerned.
Yes.
And he's from Australia. And the video, if you look up on your Google, Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead.
Yes.
That's the name of the video, folks. And this gentleman from Australia started this diet because he was fat, sick, and nearly dead from a lot of drugs like prednisone, which I was on heavy levels of. And it really is a life-changing thing for you, and really you can really help yourself no matter what happens to you in life. It's not important; it's what you do about it.
Isn't the cool thing how we're taking nature and just simply having it help to just heal other things within inside our bodies.
That is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, and it happens. It's not like it happens instantly, but don't you notice small little things? Every week or so.
Oh, fantastic things! Now. It's one of the reasons I call it. There's something to be said for conventional medicine.
Yes, and so one of those might be Sarepta Is it Sarepta?
Sarepta, yeah.
Yeah, Sarepta Therapeutics, which is up 160% today. Folks trade out at $39. And I seem to recall, Bud, that you might have called in and talked about this equity.
I did, and folks, stocks once in a while change their name. This stock used to be called AVII.
Okay.
And I've been following it for years. I've been in it for years. And like most biotechs, if you get in a biotech, expect to get from heaven to hell in a short period of time and back and forth.
Yes.
And I've been there several times with this stock. And it is all in the payday category today. And, the stock is up huge this year to date. And it's up 164% just this morning.
Now tell us what they do, or what is it? Is there anything special? What is it that's special? What about the pop in the stock here over the last couple of months?
Yeah, what they do is they are focused. They're a biopharmaceutical company, and they're focused on RNA-based therapeutic technologies for the treatment of serious diseases. What they have is a technical platform, without going too deep in the weeds. It's called exon skipping. And if you can imagine a long chain of RNA, and when you get a disease, sometimes it's based on the genetics where you have certain links in this chain of RNA missing.
Okay.
Or inoperative. And what they do is they find a way to fill the gap with something that substitutes for the proteins that are supposed to be there by nature that cause the whole chain to go into motion and work.
Yes.
And what they've done, their first disease that they've been able to treat is muscular dystrophy. And there are several flavors of muscular dystrophy, but the worst one to get is called Duchenne's muscular dystrophy.
Sure. Yeah.
It affects boys only, and basically you don't live past about 30 years of age, and you go into a wheelchair sometime between 10 and 12, and you have diminishing function all throughout that time, no quality of life.
Yes.
It's a horrible disease. And it affects young boys. And what they've been able to do in a small test group is not only stabilize these kids from sliding down that curve, they've been able to reverse it and get them up and moving and, actually moving out of their wheelchair.
That's pretty cool. Bud, stay with us, if you would, through the break. We're going to come back to Mr. Bud Rolfs, just one of this planet's beautiful souls out there, folks, just like you. Right now, we've got the Dow up 16 points, S&P's up 3, Composite up 10. We'll be right back.
You've heard Tom O'Brien on the air, and you've seen him on Tiger TV, as well as being featured as a regular CNBC guest and contributor, and now you can have access to his expert trading advice each morning through his daily trading newsletter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, gives traders, investors, and money managers a thorough strategy for trading stocks, options, and indices every market day. Market Insights comes out each market day before 9:30 a.m. and provides provides traders with Tom's daily commentary, opinion, and specific trade recommendations on the markets. Using advanced Fibonacci methods, volume indicators, Gartley patterns, candlestick charting, gaps, and market timing, Market Insights will give you specific trade recommendations including entry, stop, and exit prices. The summer is over and traders are back. Get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. If you're an investor looking for a great weekly investment newsletter, then now is the perfect time to try out Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Every Tuesday, Ken breaks down multiple sectors in his weekly newsletter, Ultimate Growth Stocks, with a full in-depth report including specific trading recommendations within his model portfolio, charts, sector analysis, upcoming economic data, along with intra-week trading updates on newsletter positions whenever the market dictates. Right now, you can receive a full month, that's 30 days, to evaluate Ken's newsletter free of charge to see if it fits your trading plan. At less than $75 per month, Ken provides you with his expert trading advice that can pay for itself in no time. Take advantage of this great offer by signing up for a 30-day free trial to Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks today. Don't let this offer pass you by. Visit the front page of TFNN.com and sign up now. TFNN and Great Panther Silver have teamed up for another exciting silver giveaway. The Great Panther Silver Halloween giveaway will be taking place at the end of October, and for 3 full days, we'll be giving away silver coins and bars every hour from 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. to one lucky winner randomly chosen. There's no purchase necessary. For more information and to fill out your registration form today, simply visit the front page of TFNN.com where you'll find all the details. October 29th, 30th, and 31st, we'll choose one lucky winner that will receive a silver coin or bar courtesy of Great Panther Silver. Winners will be announced live on the air each hour for 3 full days. Don't miss out on this great opportunity to win free silver from TFNN and Great Panther Silver. Register today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com, and for more information on Great Panther Silver, you can click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex, symbol GPL, or on the Toronto Stock Exchange, symbol GPR. Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back to the Money Masters Show. Our man Tom O'Brien is getting into the cockpit here. We'll let him get suited before we take off. But we've got another co-host with us. We got our man, Mr. Bud Rolfs. Bud, thanks for holding. Bud, you still there?
Yes.
Oh, good. Now, we were taking a look at, Bud was pointing out, he's in this stock here called Sarepta Therapeutics. Okay. And he had called us about it back in probably a couple months ago.
Toward the end of August.
End of August, yeah. And
it was around $12.
Yep, absolute little rocket ship. This morning gapping up, it's up about 160% or so today.
Oh my God.
Yeah, with some really nice volume out here. Now these guys, one of the things that they're working on deals with muscular dystrophy and the Duchenne's piece of. Now, Bud, 40 years ago, I was raising money for muscular dystrophy, helping Jerry Lewis out, as probably many of the listeners used to play in a softball tournament that went on for 3 solid days. 3 solid days. It was a lot of fun as a young kid out there.
Well, he can buy Fenway Park now. What's going on, Bud?
Hey, Tommy, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Man, oh man, look at that stock.
Yeah. Now, as Bud was saying, it's got a little bit of a personality to it.
Yeah.
Because, you can go back and, was trading at $160 back in 2000. Didn't have a lot of volume back then. What's your take on this stock and where you think it's going to other than the moon?
Well, I do think it's going to the moon, and here's why. They just had some 48-week test data today, which was just amazing, and they showed that kids who are taking this drug, not only has it stopped the decline, it is actually reversing the decline that's associated with this muscular dystrophy disease.
Wow.
Which sounds like the word cure to me. I mean,
yeah.
it may not quite be a total cure, I don't know, but this is a fatal disease, and you've got to read the stories on this thing if you get a chance, folks, on the Internet, about the parents of these kids in these studies who see their child reversing from a wheelchair back to normal life. And
that's cool.
It tugs at your heart. So it's one of these things, you love to be in it because it's such a wonderful story, and it's making tons of money. And I think the big deal is they have now data on which they're going to look for partnerships. And, there'll be a lot of drug companies knocking at their door. And, that's always a good position to be in with a stock. And they have it's just not a one-trick pony. They have a platform, this exon-skipping platform, which they're going to apply to other diseases. They've already got drugs in testing that are very successful so far in testing, animal testing, on Ebola and hemorrhagic fever, wow, which are two drugs that there was nothing for anywhere in the world. And this drug has a 80 to 100% cure rate on those drugs, on those diseases. And they're going to begin working on Parkinson's disease, which, of course, is a big tragedy to a lot of folks.
Oh, yeah, big time. Well, I got to tell you, man, I mean, I hope a lot of tigers and tigresses butt that thing when you come out here. Because I remember when you first came out, because right after you first came out, then it gapped higher anyway, didn't it?
It did. That's right. It looked like it was at the end of a move, and it just kept going.
Yeah. Amazing.
Well, that's the thing with biotech, Tom, as you know.
Oh, yeah. No, listen, man, you don't, don't. I mean, that's already, it's an 8-bagger already. Right.
It's a big one. Yeah, it's a beauty. It's a beauty out there. So we were talking about, his health is improving.
Yeah.
Our juicing. Hey, Bud, I did a really nice juice. I don't know if you've tried it here. It's pears and fennel. I don't know if you like a licorice.
No, I didn't. I do, and I'd love to try. I think I will try that. That sounds great.
Pears and fennel. It's just like having a nice little licorice. I use 2 pears and 1 whole bulb of fennel, and man, it's beautiful. It's a nice, sweet little drink out there.
Well, folks, I'm telling you, you can't go wrong. Try this juice thing. Even if you only do it as a supplement, try a drink a day. In the evening when you come home, you take some fresh vegetables and fruits, you mix them in, you throw them in. You can go, the sky's the limit. Use your imagination, and like Steve, you can discover new things. You'll love the taste, and you'll fill your body with what it really needs.
I got a quick story here. Last Friday, we had a tiger come in the office. Was doing some stuff with Tiger Metal Exchange, and so we were talking about juicing.
Yeah.
And he was the one that had brought it up. Plus, if you walk into my office, Bud, I've got this gallon, jug. It's
a bunch of rabbits are running around.
And so we were talking about it. He was interested, and he had to come back into the office on Monday. And because his son had been talking to him about juicing and everything, and so he came back in Monday. He said, "How you doing?" He said, "I'm starving." He was going through, so he actually had started juicing, Bud.
I love it.
He was going through that same thing that both you and I went through that first week, which was a little bit...
The first week, yeah. And most of it, folks, it's not physical, it's psychological.
Yeah.
You think you need to eat, it's time to eat, where's some carbs? Give me my hamburger, give me my fries.
Absolutely.
After you're over that first few days, I'm telling you, you don't feel hungry, and you're filled with energy, new energy, and you feel a lot better than you did before.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hey, Bud, will you do me a favor? I got a call last night, right? So, my take is that I got a bet with Larry Pesavento. He's going to have to go get a life jacket, okay? On the bond deal, right? But this was the question is okay,
because he was talking about a broadening top or something, right? Okay, that's right.
And the bond market. So if you can take a look at that when you get a chance, man, because that to me doesn't look like a broadening top, but
All right, I will.
Cool, man.
That's great.
Folks, Bud is the channel king and the broadening top king, because it just doesn't look like that, megaphone on an ice cream cone to me, but,
Yeah,
And
I see it more like, and I heard the call yesterday, I see it more forming potentially a descending wedge up here, but I don't see the broadening top myself.
yeah,
But Bud's the man.
he is.
But that's where we learn from.
No doubt. No doubt.
And we want to say thank you, Bud.
It's a beautiful thing.
Well, thank you guys, and thank you, Tom. Like a lot of people, I was in manufacturing for my whole life, and that was like being a dinosaur, right? And it just fell out from under me, as it did for millions and millions of Americans. And I wanted to reinvent myself, and I came and hooked up with quality people. I knew I wanted to work with quality people, and I got in with TFNN and Tom O'Brien. And I say this, Tom O'Brien. If I had small children, I have my grandchildren now, so I can do this again. But I tell them Tom O'Brien stories at bedtime.
I love it. That's great.
You're too much, man. Well, listen, we really appreciate you growling and prowling out there with us, and we're so happy that you're basically not only on the mend, but you're cooking with gas now. So that's a beautiful thing, man.
I am, and my love to all the old TFNN listeners out there, and Susan in Boca Raton, and Ernie in Michigan, and all you guys.
Yeah.
I miss you all. I love you all. The Tiger's Den, great group of people. Tom attracts class people, and Steve is a good example. Just thank you for being a part of my life.
Well, thank you so much for growling and prowling, and we appreciate that stock. Oh my God,
That's right.
Unbelievable.
We're waiting for your next tip, Bud.
Yeah, big time.
All right, as good as your last one. That's right.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Okay, man, have a great one, bud. Have a safe
All right,
one.
God bless.
Tell
Bye-bye.
everyone we said hi.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. So that's an amazing deal. If folks, depending on how long you've been listening to us, the original way that Bud had found us, this goes back to in the 90s, is that he was onto a biotech
Yes.
and the Yahoo chat rooms, and they made They made millions on it.
Yes.
And what ended up happening is that Bud was listening, and then he brought a whole crew over.
Yeah.
And I forget the name of the stock, but anyway, they killed it. Do you know what I mean? And it's a specialty. There's no doubt about it. That biotech deal is absolutely a specialty.
Well, as you said, you know that when you're buying a biotech, you've got you have some good days and you have some bad days.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You could absolutely have some bad days, and this stock chart, absolutely proves that when you go back and you take a look at just really the monthly, and it traded up as high as $163. I don't know,
and then down to $5, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Well, he got it from
$4
but he got it from $5 up to $30.
Yeah.
In 6 months.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, no, absolutely.
3 months.
Yeah. No, it's great. It's incredible.
It's intense, man. No doubt. So market-wise, so they're killing the oil market out there, right?
They were, yeah. We were taking a look at the oil, it's coming into testing this swing point out here. This little daily swing, or this intraday. I was looking just really at the 30-minute chart. So it's got this high volume swing point. Now, high volume, it had 38,000 contracts, and it was coming down into it here with 32,000 contracts. So it's trying to bust out the lows out there.
Yep, $75 was on that agenda.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be interesting, man.
Well, and what I was showing folks here is, sometimes just simply having some of the lagging indicators is pretty nice, just to give you an idea of what's going on with any equity that you trade or commodity. In this case here, oil actually, you had the death cross. You had the 50-day cross through the 200 way back in May. It seems like way back, just a few months ago, May 2012 here. But what I was noticing last night was that you had the 20-day getting ready to cross through the 50-day. That gives you more of an even intermediate term bullish or bearish pattern. So we got there's a lot of bearish signals in here actually in oil. That's good for your king, my king too.
Oh, it is good. King Dollar.
Yeah.
Nothing like King Dollar, man.
Yeah. So if this thing could take out the swing point low, can take out that low from $88 on September 26th, 82, it'll take you all the way back to the swing point where it broke out in June.
Yeah, and that 75, 77 swing point's crucial because, it looks like there's a huge amount of support there going even back years. But if it does break that, you're talking some big numbers. But, the support
you'd be down to
huge,
$62 in a heartbeat.
Yeah. That'd be kind of nice.
Sure. It'd be fabulous. Well, because that is absolutely, in my opinion, that is the biggest tax on all of us.
Yeah, it is.
And on a continuous basis, whether you're a driver that only drives 12,000 miles a year,
right,
or you drive more than that, or you drive for business, or you have kids, and I've got 5 cars.
No.
You start adding up the actual taxes
it's huge.
that I end up paying. I'm not just talking the tax on gas. I'm talking the price of petrol.
No, big time.
And
you have to do it to get to your job. And there's plenty of people that have to drive a long way, and it's big money. There's no doubt about it.
Absolutely, So that's the one where if we get King Dollar up, we get the light sweet crude, or we just simply get energy independent. That, folks, will do huge. That'll help out the.
No, it will, and
that'll help out the person, the consumer, more than anything else.
Big time. That's immediate cash.
I mean, that's
immediate cash.
That's every day, every week. When folks are out there at the pumps.
No, big time. And then you get that extra. When you think about it, you get that extra even $50 to spend somewhere else, and that's a lot of. You add up those $50 marks, and that's a lot.
If I want my kids to come home for the weekend, just on gasoline,
right?
It's over $100.
Imagine that.
But it's all said and done.
That's intense.
And that's forget about the wear and tear. Forget about the tires and the oil and everything else on the car. That's just that's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
So anyways, that's not to, I love talking about that, because I think just simply as citizens we get on the wrong track.
Right.
In my opinion, this is the track.
Oh no, it is.
Stay on, you solve this problem,
right,
and it solves all kinds of problems out there.
Right. Because they don't want to solve that problem.
I do.
I understand that. I understand that.
I do. You do.
See where the battle is. Now, this is where you get the corporate battle, folks. You get the corporate payoffs, you get the politician payoffs, you get all the above. The last thing that the large oil companies want to do is solve that problem.
Yeah.
It's not even close. They want to keep prices as high as they can keep them on a continual basis.
Of course.
So that's a battle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Easy pickings, 435 representatives, 102 senators to pay off? That's nothing. Think about that.
No, I know.
You're talking about companies that have thousands and thousands of people. They only got to put another 500 people on their payroll.
Yeah. You're right.
Unfortunately, no. I'm just saying that's what we're fighting.
Yeah. It seems like, though, we should be able to reconcile that one pretty quickly.
It seems
if we gather our strength here. No
doubt. And as like Steve and I were just talking about it yesterday, folks. Okay, and the bottom line is to throw all the bums out. And this is a sad case, folks, because we were sitting here talking, right? And so picture something that we're both libertarians, but so it was like, hey, we go into that voting booth sometimes. The reality is that it's like, you're in? Well, you're getting out. You're getting out.
Absolutely.
We need that new blood. And hopefully, in that new blood, what ends up happening, we'll get someone that has some ethics and, will work for the citizens versus working for the, who's going to pay them the most amount of money. Hey. Elections. The
debate tonight.
So market-wise, it's going to be a trip because we get the debate tonight.
And we have
the jobs number Friday.
Yeah.
Okay. So bottom line, they're going to be juicing everything up, man. I got a call a little while from the White House, and they said, "Listen, Tom, don't worry. The jobs number is going to be 8 million new jobs."
I only get the ADP numbers were up this morning.
Of
course, they missed it last time by such a wide stretch that the ADP numbers certainly didn't have any kind of impact on the market today.
Yeah. The number I like is the other guy that comes out. I forget his name.
Yeah.
It seems more consistent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we'll see where it shakes out. But
yeah. Now, you got a debate tonight, but tomorrow night you've got a nice program going on down here at Bel Air Country Club.
Oh, we do. I'm doing a real estate presentation at the Bel Air Country Club. And if you are interested in real estate and you happen to be in the St. Pete, Clearwater area, I don't want you flying in for this. You can give us an email at tigerfund@tfnn.com. And of course, what happened here is that this is going to get
applications up 16%.
I went from one market to another market. That's where I was, folks. See, I was just bidding on houses. We just went from that. Tommy and I were cracking up. So we're in the room. We have the market up here. I got the other market up here. It's like
great.
What a trip. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, you stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to tfnn.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
In just December of last year, the price of gold was down over 10%. In today's highly volatile gold market, you need someone in your corner that understands the complex relationships that exist within the price of gold, as well as within a variety of gold equities. Whether it's the South African gold miners and knowing how the Rand-dollar relationship will affect their bottom line, or understanding how John Paulson's $5 billion trade in the GLD can move the market, Tom O'Brien gives you the direction you need to become a better trader each week in his newsletter, The Gold Report. With over 20 individual equities covered and almost another 20 on the potential watch list each week, in addition to covering the XAU, HUI, GLD, and dollar, The Gold Report is a great source for any trader that is looking to be diversified in today's volatile gold market. For your 30-day free trial to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report, log on to tfnn.com today. Don't miss out on this great offer. Act now. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to tfnn.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Time is the great equalizer of all mankind. Time doesn't care about winners or losers, who succeeds or fails. Time only cares that you played the game. Question: are you playing the money game? Is your money working as hard for you as you are for it? I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, a daily trading and investment newsletter service, and we're celebrating our 1-year anniversary. In year 1, we generated a 30% profit. Plus, I provided 26 hours of live coaching to my clients. My daily newsletter service is available by 8 a.m. each day and covers the stock, futures, currency, and commodity markets, along with all the current patterns that you can trade. Each newsletter is packed with education, and it's yours for as little as $3 per day. And for the next 30 days, you can try it risk-free. Click on my name, Steve Rhodes, on the homepage of tfnn.com and begin your journey to great wealth today. If you're waiting for a better tomorrow, remember this: today's tomorrow will soon be yesterday, and your clock is ticking. Mastering Probability. Now is your time.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate all you tigers and tigresses growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we get a flat market out there, folks. And, you know, the first 10, 15 minutes, you had some nice volatility. Market was down, I spiked all the way back up, right?
Well, while you were out bidding on houses, you know, at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know, I was getting a couple of things set up here so that you could easily slide in. I came back, and the market was flat. Next thing I knew, the Dow was off 40 points.
I know. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's been a tighter trading range for sure. But there has been some volatility.
Yeah, no doubt.
So I don't know what is going to bust this log jam. It may just be Jobs Friday.
Yeah,
now,
exactly.
What I do for my clients is I go back and so there'll be a chart in there that takes a look at Jobs Fridays,
right?
Because it helps it gives you a pretty decent indication as to how price is going. It's going to be great because that day you're actually going to be doing a live trading.
I am.
Session.
8 o'clock in the morning we're starting.
And that's
why I picked out that day.
Well, you've got that going for you. What you've also got going for you is on Saturday.
Okay.
We've got a P-index date.
Okay.
So that suggests that that's going, whether it's Friday or it's Monday, and it's the last one in 2012.
Really?
Yeah, I believe it's the last one based upon the original work that Larry had done.
Okay.
And that's this is inside my newsletter service each day is charts taken that provide the clients with information about either planetary stuff that's going on, lunar stuff that's going on, and this is the full month of October.
That's
here.
nice.
So each month, and remember, I did the work where Larry did the original work, and
yes.
then I went ahead and I got the digital ephemeris,
right.
where I took a look at this 300 years worth of data.
Right.
I went back just to try to understand the standard deviation, where the anomalies fell here. And because I had the data digitally, it meant that I could not just take a look at the original work that was done. I could do it also based on ephemeris time, that's what ET, but I could also do it based on Eastern Standard Time to see where there might be some things that fall into.
Which is important.
Just to understand, what's going on. So yesterday was actually based on Eastern Standard Time, based on the original work. Yesterday happened to also be a P-index day. So I'm looking forward to it being a low yesterday.
Yeah, no.
As Apple rejected, we saw some things like volume reject
absolutely.
area. But that may only last coming into Jobs Friday now.
Yeah, well, I'm it's going to be interesting. I want to see how we end on Thursday because it makes sense to me. It's the perfect setup to jam that thing one more time. Boom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And
absolutely.
If you thought about it a little, meaning that what's the probability you can throw the kitchen sink in with it? Well, I'd be throwing the kitchen sink in with it. You would too. Yeah. Everyone would.
Well, what's going to be great is it's also going to be great because you'll also be able to. I don't know if this is what you were also thinking about doing, but you'll also be able to bring up Nadex platform.
Yeah. Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
So with it being it's going to be very, very cool.
No doubt.
And this program, folks, if you were one of the folks that signed up for the Tiger Dollar promotion that we had, this is the free course that you get with it, and it's going to be archived. But if you forgot about it, you'll certainly be able to attend live on Friday.
So, beautiful thing. Yeah. And listen, folks, don't forget about the. We're going to do the Great Panther Silver giveaway. So check this out. So the last 3 days of October. So go over and sign up at TFNN right now because the last 3 days of October we're giving
every hour, right?
Every hour for 9 hours a day. A bar of silver away. So it's either a half ounce or an ounce. That's what you're getting.
Okay, cool.
For 27 hours. So
I love that.
And they're beautiful bars, folks. Okay, we get and all you just sign up. That's it. You sign up and then. You got to talk to Microsoft Mary because if you talk to Microsoft Mary, folks, if you don't know what that is, inside the spreadsheet, there's what do they call it? You just we hit a button, and Microsoft Mary keeps.
I love it.
Right now,
I love it.
Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, you stay right there, folks. We're going up to Newton, Massachusetts. Basil Chapman's going to be growling with you. Larry Pesavento, Darryl Martin, David White, Ken Shreve, and then back here 4 to 6.
Take care, folks. Have a great day.